years as a character. He's lived a billion lifetimes, and he's studied your history for thousands of years, and every fight you've ever had with him has actually happened at some point.
Yeah, man. It's like fights with Slayer.
Yeah.
He just kind of keeps going. All right, we're getting into the button checks here, though. It's going to be CitizenSNIPS versus KELSO2TIMES.
I'm liking his button check right here. His pacing and his positioning.
Very solid play there.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, using stance switch at least 12 times to assert dominance over his opponent. Very smart.
I didn't even know Liu Kang could throw fireballs in the air.
Yeah, he can. You just never want to use them.
I legitimately, I've never seen that.
If you ever actually get an air fireball, you can follow it with Dragon Kick, though, and that'll give you the crushing blow.
That's disgusting.
It's so dumb. But, like, it's one of those things where it's like, you're literally never going to get it. Save for the 1 in a million situation. The odds are you're not going to get to use that.
I mean, that's what I thought about Jax's air command grab, and then I hit it earlier today.
Fair enough.
So you gotta be ready.
Stay positive.
That is a cool mask.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Kelso's opting to go with the deep pocket pick into the Skarlet here.
Yeah, he really doesn't like Liu Kang.
Interesting.
He played CitizenSNIPS earlier. He was a little salty about it.
Yeah, I mean, Kelso can get a little antsy on taking his turn, and Liu Kang is very solid at punishing that. So to try and mitigate this, he's opted to switch to a character with an incredibly strong mid-range and some really safe buttons.
Yeah, if you know how to play her and you know what your opponent wants to do, she can be very deadly. And we're starting to see a little bit of that peeking out, but need to see Kelso be a little better at not letting Liu Kang kick him in the face.
Ooh, super solid counter there.
Just as I say it.
Yeah, that's a solid way to punish the gap.
That counter is so good because it looks like her blocking. It's just like, she just looks like she's continuing to block, but it's a counter.
Very ambiguous. All right, catch him with the low this time. Yeah, we see CitizenSNIPS using the meter burn low fireball off of his forward 4-3 quite a bit.
Very nice, and this is death.
Oof. And the reason for that is to just punish the down ones.
Oh, I'm sorry. The reason for what?
That he throws low fireball off of his block string.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's because if he knows you want to down one in between the string. Oh, what's going on?
They didn't desync the pad, so someone in the crowd.
No playing friendlies for you, lads.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Did someone go to the bathroom? Like, what's going on here?
Both players look very confused.
I can't blame them. All right, there we go.
All right. Well, that round was over, luckily.
Yeah, that was a good time for that to happen, at least. Moral of the story, kids, when you go to a tournament, please desync your controllers.
You could say it's a moral combat.
Yeah, it is. It's a moral imperative is what it is.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're just objectively a bad person.
Yep. Well, no,
No, even on accident, just a horrible person.
Well, so let's get into the match.
All right, getting back into it. We're seeing a lot more patient. We're seeing a lot of Cetrion play here from Kelso. He's playing defensive like he was earlier, using those block strings to try and space himself out, but SNIPS has found his way in.
Yeah, you have to be very careful, like, doing any kind of wake-up option against Liu Kang. He has a very easy time just baiting that out with his jump-in. Oh, 100%.
No. F-throw coming through. Yes. Those are noises that he makes.
All right, so Skarlet, it mostly feels like Skarlet's just not finding the right spacing for her buttons.
I think there's probably a bit of unfamiliarity as a player here for Kelso. He does have two strong characters that he plays often, the Cetrion and the Jackie, but I haven't really seen him use Skarlet all that much. And as you mentioned before, she's a very technical character. You have to have a solid understanding of the game. Oh, excellent roll read. Yeah,
actually, now that you mention it, I'm kind of surprised he didn't start Cetrion.
Yeah, one would think.
Oh, he might have lost with Cetrion earlier in bracket.
And there is one possibility, and that simply being a lot of Cetrion's projectiles are relatively slow in startup. When she gets started, she has the frame data to keep pressure up, but she's got to get there. And during the time it takes for her to throw that big old boulder, she's got to pick it up, she's got to wait for it to get ready, and then throw it. Liu Kang can just kind of dragon kick to her.
Yeah, but she can also just like make water or whatever.
Yes.
There's a lot of things. She just has blood. That's only one thing.
You're right.
But I like that little tongue lash move, whatever it is, where she makes the big blood and it smacks you in the face.
Yeah, it's a strong option, and
yeah.
it pushes you relatively far back. You can space it from multiple distances.
It's very safe, and I'd like to see him use it a little more to end his block channels.
Oh, excellent crushing blow there. He is going to throw Snips into the corner here. Oh, but gets caught going for an unsafe projectile. Just use your blood ball, man.
I like how Skarlet gets a crushing blow that's 136 damage. And Liu Kang gets one and it's like 380.
Yeah, it's literally 35%. Especially if he meter burns the dragon kick, he can get after it. It's absolutely insane.
Ooh. A fatal blow will kill right now. Oh, no.
Yep, just going to get chipped out here. And yeah, I mean, you said it yourself, Kelso seems to clearly have a Liu Kang problem.
Yeah, it's a little mental, I think. It's not, I don't think it's all matchup on familiarity. I think it's in his head that he doesn't want to fight this Liu Kang.
Now, what we're seeing here from CitizenSNIPS, and I like this, he's actually burning multiple meters on the kick just to put Kelso in the corner because he recognizes that that's going to leave him with nowhere to run. He's going to have to take this pressure.
Ooh, gets a little health back. Very nice. It's so cool that she can steal health.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. Oh, and she's going to need a blood bag after this one. The crushing blow coming through, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a character swap from Kelso here.
I would have liked to see one after round 1, honestly.
I mean, I agree, but the man was still feeling confident. Looks like we are going to be seeing the switch to Cetrion. Now, what I like about this is Cetrion has access to one of the most ridiculous teleports in the game.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
It's insane. She can just cancel anything into the teleport. Even like her air moves. She can just jump at you and then decide she doesn't want to be there anymore.
I changed my mind. I'm leaving. Yeah, it's incredibly strong. So she's going to be able to contend a little bit more with Liu Kang's pressure. If he throws out something that she can kind of get away with enough buttons with, she can get herself out of the corner. She doesn't have to contend with the pressure that Liu Kang's throwing down.
And then she gets kicked in the face.
And then she gets kicked in the face. That's what I mentioned earlier. Kelso is going to have to be very careful setting up that zone. Once he gets started, it'll be very strong, but he's going to have to find the right time. And he's going to have to not hit buttons on wake up.
Yeah.
Like he's doing
no.
Excellent.
He gets hit with the
flawless block counter. Oi.
Was that a flawless? Oh,
I thought it was. I saw the meter burned, but I
thought it was
probably wrong. Ignore me.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Corner combos. Rolling out. Ooh. And this is a big chance. If Cetrion can get away from those feet and get started, that's all she needs.
That said, it looks like Kelso's struggling to get rid of those feet. He seems to be having a lot of trouble taking his turn.
Yeah, it might just be he just needs to go and figure out what strings are plus and minus for Liu Kang. Because it might just be that he doesn't actually...
Ooh.
Air fireball, huh?
Air fireball, you'll never use it. You'll never see it used.